Folks, this is my next little project. Somebody commented that I needed another project. Well, I've already had started this project, and since me and my mother moved in together, I noticed a need for some handles coming up the steps. We already had railing. I put this railing in years ago, but I decided that she needed something extra to hold on to, something to grab around because of her arthritis and you know. So what I've done is we found 3 of these handles. They say IKEA on them. I don't know what they're from, but we found those at the Restore store, which is a Habitat for Humanity thrift store for old building supplies and just different types of materials, you know, that you can buy secondhand and recycle. So what I've done is I've bought those, got them for $5 a piece, $5 a handle, and I cut down some 2x4 blocks, and I put a screw through there, I put a screw through there, and screwed that into this. And I've sanded around it and made it all nice looking. And then that, I don't know if you can see that, but that handle just screws in there like that on both sides. So that's pretty damn sturdy. I mean, if I can't budge it, it'll hold her weight when she tries to come up the steps. Now on this side, I found this one at the thrift store. It was another thrift store. What was it? The Waterfront Mission, I think it was. I'd like to find another one like that so I can have a matching set up here on the front. I may even take one off the back. Let me walk around back and show you what I got going back there. As we walk out to the back deck out here, we have another set of steps and another set of railings. I've done the same thing here. I asked her which side would she prefer it to be on, and she wanted it on the right side, so I put it on the right side. So she's got one here on this set of steps coming up, and we walk back here to the back. We got another set of steps going down the back out to the lake. Now here's another railing. Now I've been working on this one. This one's already been installed. Okay, this one I already had it installed just like the rest of them. But I went ahead and took this one apart, and I'm sanding this whole rail, getting all the old paint off of it, sanded these blocks down real nice. I even covered the screw holes with wood putty, and I'm gonna paint over this, make all this look pretty for her. So when she comes up from looking at the garden, looking at the yard, watering plants or whatever she likes to do outside, she'll have a nice grip to safely come up the steps. So I don't have a railing on the right side of this one. Maybe I'll put a railing in there for her later on, but for now, this right here seems to be just fine. So I just got done sanding this down real good. Let me get this painted and I'll show you what it looks like after it's a finished product. And I'm going to go around to all the rest of them and sand and paint so it looks real nice. And eventually my project is to sand and repaint all these railings around the whole deck. Stay tuned, folks. I'm fixing to paint this and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. For anybody that may be interested, this is a IKEA Complement 18481. That's what it says on the end. All right, folks. Now there's the finished product. Got her all painted and got the handle reinstalled. The mounts are nice and painted, just like the rest of the railing. And with wood this old, that you can see a lot of cracks in it. You want to make sure that those cracks get filled up with plenty of paint, because you don't want any water getting down into those cracks, into that old wood. It's already old enough. And this paint that I used doesn't require a primer or a sealer. It's an all-in-one. So I put it on super heavy, and when it dries, it's going to waterproof this railing. And it will last for many, many years to come. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for a redneck tip. Here's a redneck tip for you folks. If you're like me and you went out and bought yourself a new drill for Christmas, especially a DeWalt, these drills do not come with magnets to hold your screws. I've got an old hard drive magnet that would fit nicely right there. Now look at there. Whoop, it would hold great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this amazing goop, which totally is amazing, okay? This stuff will glue anything to anything. And I'm going to put some of that on there. And I'm going to glue that to that, and that's going to be my screw holder. That's a redneck tip, folks. I hope you like that one. Uh-oh, here comes Redneck Mama. She's coming to check out my handiwork.
It's warmer out here than I thought it was.
It's warmer out here than it is in the house.
Yep. Ooh,
what do you think about that?
looks great. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now that looks awful.
Well, I'll get to that later, but you know, one piece at a time.
Thank you.
Yeah. You think that'll
This will help me to get down easier.
help you to get up and down the steps a little bit better?
Exactly, without falling.
Yep. And it's painted now.
I'm kind of clumsy.
Yeah, we know you're clumsy. Well, they don't know you're clumsy, but I know you're clumsy.
I am. It looks good.
Huh.
I'm clumsy.
I did a good job.
This helps me not to fall.
Yeah, that and the walker. A lot of times I have to push her around in a wheelchair, folks. See how she's using the clothesline post as to get around. Now she's using that. You need railings everywhere. You probably just ought to use your walker. Anyhow, folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Chores Around the House with a Redneck. Just making house improvements for your ma.